How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Blue Shifting. Welcome back to Aokana, Rhythm of the Four Beats of Sky and all that. I don't know. Skyward Sword. We're here. All right. So last episode was really fun. We're finally getting some real good cracks in the relationship, really kind of hitting at that actual Mashiro bonding moments. But we also got the introduction to what's going to be apparently probably her motivation. Was going to really tip her over to going from hey, I'm here just to participate with me, the group and my friends, and now I think we're going to get Mashiro's fighting spirit, which will be good. And it's funny that it's coming from a childhood friend whom she apparently is kind of annoyed with, but it seems that she finds her annoying because she behaves just like Mashiro does. And now we also know that she also has a senpai that she looks up to and basically worships the ground they walk on. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I am very excited to see where this goes. So interesting characters so far, and I'm kind of curious to see where we go from here. There's not really much else to it, just good vibes altogether. Really having a good time. Even before I start recording this, I sometimes I'll just listen to the intro because it plays that great music at the beginning. It's just, this makes me feel good. So I'm very happy to be here. Without further ado, let's jump into it, shall we? After seeing Mashiro home, I make my way back to my place. There, I find an unexpected visitor lying in wait. It's gonna be Rika, isn't it? Because she's always here. Oh! This is unexpected. Why are you here? You already had your share of udon.
失礼ね。私はうどんにしか興味ないみたいじゃない。
Uh-huh. I mean, that's because up until now, the evidence has always just been that is the case. Isn't that true?
そうね。
There we go. Can't believe she just agreed with me.
で、ちょっとお願いがあるんだけど。
And I'm guessing we can't do it here.
うん。うちまで来て。
Now that's a proposition. You serious? It's pretty late already.
いいじゃない。ほらほら、早く。
Okay, so here's your problem, man. You just understand. She doesn't see you as a male. She just sees you as a human, maybe. Okay, I'll come. Quit pulling me. Whoa. Why does she have a gun? I'm guessing it's got to be an airsoft gun or something. She's got a target, but what is with that? And the trash battleship. Okay, hang on. Wait a minute. No. I was about to say maybe she's supposed to be some kind of gamer, but no. No, this is interesting. What if she's actually a history buff? I mean, she's good at everything actually, so it could make a lot more sense. But she's got cases and guns and look in the right side. She's got fake weapons and stuff. It looks like airsoft and it looks like I see airsoft and I see water guns, but I'm also seeing I don't know. This is a lot more intense than I was expecting here. Weird. Hello. This is my first time in Misaki's room. Gotta say, it's a lot neater than I imagined, considering her carefree personality and all. I mean, she does. Oh, that's a bag. That's a bowl of just snacks. Oh my gosh! I do not have good self-control if it comes to that. If I just have snacks just sitting out, I would just be just grabbing them.
適当に座ってて。
Guess you really don't care.
何が?
Honestly, it's hard to explain. Maybe I'm just too used to Ichinose more feminine reactions.
片付いてるし、恥ずかしいとこなくない?
Yeah, she just doesn't see you as a dude. You got a point there. Her frank personality is pretty darn refreshing, honestly. Let's just cut to the chase then. What do you need?
ああ、そっか。まだ言ってなかったっけ?
Yeah, we literally haven't said anything, I'm guessing. She probably would have told me before she brought me to her room, but oh well. Misaki's not the type to worry about the normal way of doing things, so neither should I.
テストの前ぐらいにさ、練習に持ってこようって話してたでしょ?
Bring it over to the club. What are you talking about? What now?
バランスボール.
Okay. Now you mentioned it, maybe I remember that? Oh, right. She did say she had one of those that she wasn't using. Seems pretty clear that she was just trying to pawn it off on us, though, which annoyed Aoi-san.
持っていくのをマサヤにやってもらおうと思って、それで呼んだんだ.
Alright, that tracks, actually. That makes sense. I called you over here because it's heavy and someone needs to pick it up, and I don't want it to be me. You could have just done it yourself.
いいじゃない。選手が練習以外に体使って怪我しちゃったら大変でしょ?
Oh, that's so convenient. Ah, fair point. Mishiro's finally back to full health, and I'd like to avoid a repeat of that incident. I doubt Misaki's trying to use her injury against me, but it's just how it works out in her mind.
じゃあ持ってくるから。
It's not here?
もともと父さんが買ってきたんだけど、すぐ飽きて誰も使わないからずっと和室に転がってるんだよね。
Now, that's one of the most human adult things I've ever heard. I can relate. My family also has some training equipment at home that's been grand total use of 2 times. Bringing it up has also become taboo since it always ends with my dad getting yelled at by my mom. Probably because he spent like $1,000 on something and it's just never getting used.
ああ、そうそう。
Mm-hmm.
クローゼット、あんま焦らないでね。
I like how she's not even saying please don't. She's assuming it's gonna happen. She's just saying don't do it too much. I won't. Hold on. Why is she acting like me going through her closet is a done deal? Misaki chuckles lightly and then walks out of the room. Darn her, maybe I should actually do it. Nah, I better not. I casually glance around her room without ever letting my gaze rest on any specific thing. Took a quick look when I first entered, and it seems my first impression of the place is spot on. The place has a pretty chaotic feel to it. She has a gun out in plain sight, but there's also a bunch of pink items lying around. There's a large model battleship, but also tons of plushies. Yeah, she's kind of got her foot in both sides, huh? Plushies, now that doesn't quite fit the image I have of Misaki. Of course, they're also military garbed plushies, so I feel like it's still a theme. And she got the turtle and the one-eyed rabbit. I don't know what that's about. Her bookshelves have many thick, seemingly difficult books on it, and surprisingly, barely any manga. Weird. Eventually, I see that the door is slightly ajar, and upon closer inspection, I notice a pair of familiar eyes peeking through the gap. What exactly do you think you're doing?
やあ、持ってきたよ。
Sure, I'm sure you did. Just got back my butt. What are you watching me?
まあまあ、ちゃんとバランスボールは持ってきたから。
I think she just wanted to see what we would do left alone in her room. If she really wanted that to be a good test, though, she should have just left and not said anything. Because she kind of primed us to not dig through any of her stuff, which, granted, we should do anyway. More like you were forcing on me. Man, the reason you left the room, right? Whoa, it's a lot bigger than I imagined. The exercise ball is easily big enough for an adult to ride.
そりゃバランスボールなんだから、これ。
I guess, but it's gonna take a lot of work to get it to the club room.
でも本当にこんなので効果あるのかね。
How am I supposed to know?
ねえ、ちょっと乗ってみてよ。
Now, is this one of those giant inflatable balls? Because I remember my mom got onto that, like, so she bought one, and I just used it as a toy. Like, I just bounce around, I kind of, you know, throw yourself on it, kind of, like, bounce or, like, roll across and, you know, inevitably fling yourself into the void. Okay.
で、私も乗る。
Okay. How are we supposed to ride the same Wait, you have a second one? Turns out she had 2 all along. Misaki's dad must love wasting money. Okay. Alright. So, this is one of those moments where I feel like I get a caliber reading on the creators of the game. This scene feels a little ham-fisted. Now, maybe you could guess as to why, but majoritively, what's the point besides this? Why else would you do it? And I imagine it's not going to get any better from here. YouTube, be kind. Please. Ready, set,
go!
Wow, it's a lot harder than it looks. I adjust my center of gravity in hopes of stabilizing my swaying body.
お、結構やるね。
So the idea is supposed to be that like you aren't touching the ground, and as it tries to wobble, you try to like keep your balance. I won't give up that easy. Misaki doesn't seem to be struggling at all. About half a minute passes.
まさやしぶとい。
It may sound like Misaki's picking a fight, but she's clearly enjoying herself. No way I'm gonna lose after coming this far.
そうこなくっちゃ。
Misaki and I silently glare at each other for a while. This is kind of cute, actually. Like the competition, like like it's stupid, but it's also kind of fun.
いい加減落ちちゃいなよ。
Nope, you first. Yeah, it's exactly.
うりうり。
Hey, what the heck? Misaki pokes my exercise ball with her toes. Two can play at that game!
もう一押しかな。
Stop, wait, crap! It's hard to recover once your body starts to rock.
とどめ。
She stretches out her leg to deliver one final push, but... Misaki plummets towards me after losing her balance. Oh, here we go. Phase 2, right? Phase 2. Let's see what happens. Is YouTube gonna be banishing me to the spiritual realm? Why? Damn, that really hurt. I sit up on the floor after falling off my exercise ball. It's tingling pain courses through both my butt and my forehead. Yes, Misaki slammed her forehead into mine while she fell. Wait, is she okay? Misaki, who apparently fell on the floor as well, had a puzzled look on her face, almost as if almost seems like she doesn't know what happened. Hey, Misaki? Oh, okay, so she's just having fun. Okay, she suddenly starts laughing. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Weird though, why is she's reacting so strongly here compared to normal, right? Like, does that seem odd to anyone else? Because like, I mean, she seems like she's having fun. She's constantly goofing around, cracking jokes. Even when she's flying in FC, she's usually kind of just like having fun. Or even when she gets intense, she looked like she was rather enjoying herself. But this is the most like just pure joy we've seen from her. Are you okay? You hit your head anywhere?
そういえばおでこがジンジンする。もう
Oh, good. Please be all right.
一回やろまさや。勝負。
Second half of what? Why?
だってあれだけやって引き分けじゃ納得いかないよ。
Wait, I won that round. You fell on me, remember?
ああ、せっかく引き分けってことにしてあげたのに。
What's that supposed to mean?
先に床についた方の負けだからね。行司と5人の勝負審判は私を支持してる。
Oh yeah, ref and all three other people who are here, huh?
倒れ込んできたってことは私が上になったってこと。そう言ったのはマサヤだし。
Hold up, that's not fair. Let's go again. It's because you had a frickin' point. A grin surfaces on Misaki's face.
じゃあもう一番いく？
No idea why you keep using soccer terms, but whatever, let's do this. Can't believe she just sucked me back into this silly game.
足攻撃あり、口攻撃ありってことで。
First of all, feet, sure, that's been established. Mouth? What are you talking about? I get feet, but why your mouth?
アスカと最近どうなの？
Oh, yeah, fair. She means psychological fights.
ほら、ぐらついた。
Misaki assaults my exercise ball with her foot. Whoa! I just barely managed to recover at the last moment. Hey, you're playing dirty.
悔しかったら、そっちも口で攻撃してみなよ。
Yeah, but what are we supposed to say to you? You seem pretty unflappable. Can't think of anything I'd throw her off. Forget that. I'd rather focus on keeping my balance. I'll just weather the storm and pull out a win.
ほー。じゃあ次の攻撃行ってみるよ。
I think what you need to do, bro, is you need to like, if you actually want to win this, which you might not want to actually win this, but what you do is you wait for her to try and attack with her foot and attack her foot back. That'll give you leverage. Be my guest.
真っ白。うまくいった？
Is that supposed to be an attack? Yeah, she seems a lot more motivated now.
そう。よかったじゃないの。
We ran into a girl who went to middle school with Michio. Remember a girl named Okuza?
あの子か。覚えてるよ。
That had a pretty negative ring to it.
私ちょい苦手なんだよね、あの子。
Misaki's as blunt as always.
ほら、あの子と真白が仲良しで、真白が今私と
No,
って感じじゃない？
I actually don't know what you are. What are you? Like, your relationship with her makes no sense, honestly. Like, she clearly dotes over you and talks about, like, marrying you. Like, she probably has a legitimate, like, romantic interest in you. But you have clearly no reciprocal feelings. At least, you try to make it, like, seem like that's the case. Maybe you have latent feelings and you just aren't willing to express them. I don't know. What's the deal? You left out a whole lot there, but yeah, I get what you mean. She's basically saying things are awkward between them.
でもあの子と会ったとして、それと真白のやる気がどう関係あんの？
You know, Shitoi Sui-san, right?
おこぜってあそこ行ったんじゃなかったっけ？
Exactly. She joined the FC club there.
あー、なるほどね。そりゃ真白はメラメラするよ。
From what we could tell, she's way better than Mashiro, and thanks to that, Mashiro wants to throw herself into practice.
そっか。スタイルの話した？
We were getting to that. Nope, I'll get to that tomorrow.
強情っぱりだから聞かないかもよ。
I do think that this new challenge might be the good window for it, though. I swear I'll make her accept it. That's my job as coach. Misaki gives an indifferent reply. Then, very next moment.
スキラ
Yeah,
リー
counter! Whoa!
今度は完全にマサヤの負けだね。物言いもつかないよね。
She lulled you into a literal false sense of security. Darn it, you tricked me. We ended up going another 5 rounds, so it was pretty late by the time I finally left. That's kind of cute. I do. That's such a wholesome moment. It's almost making up for how frustrated she's made me as a character so far. She claimed she had no use for 2 exercise balls, which meant I got stuck delivering 1 to the club room. In a way, Misaki wasted a lot of my time over nothing, but I was happy to hear that she was worried about Mashiro. Also, it does feel like the game continues to lean very heavily. It's so I've mentioned before how sometimes in the writing it feels like a certain girl gets preferential treatment. I thought it was Rika at first, but I'm guessing that was more to do with her being kind of the focus character for the first arc. So maybe that's a misrepresentation. And if that's the case, then it turns out Asuka is the girl because everyone just assumes that we're a thing. And it's a narrative that's just getting pushed really hard. Although I can also see an argument to be made that the reason that that's the case is because Asuka's such a I don't want to call it airhead, but she kind of is, where she's very simple and very, but not in a bad way, but you know what I mean? She's just very, I feel like everything I say sounds like an insult, but it's not. Uncomplicated. She just takes it day by day. She doesn't put a ton of excessive thought or stress into a lot of her things. Now, deep down, I'm sure she does, but she doesn't let most things bother her. She kind of just lives in the moment. But for a girl like her, how she feels is probably something she doesn't have a good time articulating to herself. Not just to other people. It's I doubt she knows how she feels about most people and most characters. And then we have main character syndrome, so we're just an idiot because that's just what main characters are. So anyway, next afternoon. Since everyone's in the club room, I start the meeting. I've brought this up a few times before, but I'm changing your playstyle, Mashiro. Just trust me, okay? Everyone has a style that works best for them. I start to try and convince Mashiro, but...
スピーダーですよね。わかりました。変更します。
That was easy. Suspiciously easy. Yeah, Speedster's actually pretty... Wait, what? You're fine with it?
悪いですか？
Of course not. I couldn't be happier.
じゃあごねます。
Well, it would feel more on brand. Oh, come on.
嘘ですよ。ちゃんと納得した上で変えます。
Let's at least try it, though. You don't have to stick with it. After saying that, Mashiro positioned herself in front of the rest of us and bowed lightly.
今日からスピーダーになります。また、右も左もわからなくなるので。
Does that mean we have to get her new shoes, too?
右も左もわからずに武器を研いでいた先輩みたいなものですので。
What? Oh, she's talking about the game. I was like, what are you talking about? Did you really have to bring that up?
ともかく、よろしくお願いします。おめでとう。それでいいと思うよ。まあ FC のことについてはひなたくんの言うことに従って大丈夫だよ。
Oh, thank you. Madoka, I really appreciate that.
今の5ポイントね。
What stamps? And what exactly do I have to do when you fill out the whole card? Actually, scratch that. I don't even want to know the answer. Oh, you know you do. How can you look at that face and not want to, not be at least a little bit curious?
というわけで、コーチ。
Mashiro walks over to me as she begins to speak.
よろしくお願いします。
Am I weird that I feel weird? I feel like this doesn't, why? Why are you just cool with this? What's happened? Then she earnestly bows her head to me. And in response I say, take them off.
Huh?
Oh no. I need to adjust the setting on your shoes. Why is she blushing? I mean, what else could I possibly be talking about this situation?
Misaki 先輩、セクハラされました。それはいけないね。うどんで許してやろう。
Get the food out of your head.
これのフォローで10ポイントいくね。
Stop. Seriously? That's a lot.
今日も頑張りましょう。
おう、やるぞ。
In the end, I'm bailed out by these two, returning things to normal. The Kunahara Academy FC Club has a long way to go, but I think we're finally starting to feel like a real team. Episode 4, I want to fight too. That's the end of that? That's interesting.
シトーレットにも梅雨がやってきます。こんな雨の日、船浜の皆さんはどうやって練習してるんでしょう
That
か。
looks brutal.
そんな私は休日に突然日向さんとばったり。人前であまり仲良くしてるとこ見られるとみんなから後で噂されるしな。次回青の彼方のフォーリズム第5話。嵐の前の
Before the storm.
彼方の向こうに何かが見える。
It feels like an odd place to end a chapter, honestly. I'm really kind of surprised. It feels like that was like in the middle of stuff. Everyone's comments committed to practice is slow, but surely on the rise thanks to all our issues being resolved, but then it happens. We're all rocked by the earth-shattering situation before us. What, a rainstorm? I always knew this day would come, but this is way too soon.
そうね。
The greatest enemy a Skywalker will ever face. The one thing that ensures defeat. We really could have used a bit more time. I swear it's showing us no mercy.
仕方ないよ。こればっかりは。
Like we're talking like it's some like ancient like evil empire coming to destroy us. Yeah. Depression threatens to engulf me as I stare outside. And what do I do? And when I do, I notice that our defeated enemy is right in our heels. Our dread, I think it's supposed to be, not defeated. I read that wrong, because I saw an F in there. It should just be dreaded, instead of the F shouldn't be there at all. Our dreaded enemy is right on our heels. Why now? Can't the rain some other time instead? That's right. There's always a rainy season in Japan. And right now, it's about as rear its ugly head in Shinto City.
しょうがないよね。シーズンなんだし。むしろ早めに来て去ってくれた方がいいんじゃないの？
Misaki's got a point. There's never going to be a good time for the rain season. Good point. Still, it sucks we're doing nothing right now and everything's back on track. Generally speaking, flying circus is a sport suited for clear weather. Anti-grav repels rain to a certain extent, but some raindrops always slip through. And when training suits get wet, they become heavier, which slows people down. Plus, a soaked suit will mess with a person's center of gravity, which is real risky. Grav shoes make it easy to forget that flying is dangerous. Skywalkers even touch each other and get pushed through the air during matches, so practice is definitely a no-go. The rain's basically killing all our practice time. What now? I had everything planned out, but now it's all worthless. Need to think of something new fast.
わー、すっげー降ってる。こりゃあやみそうにないわ。
You're too excited about this. You just want to go away. Like, no, we're doing something for practice. Misaki, however, appears pretty darn happy. You seem awfully happy.
何が？
The rain, obviously.
まさか。私だって練習楽しくなってきたとこなのに空飛べないのはすごく残念だよ。
Why do you dignify me with a lie when it's so clearly a lie?
でもさ、なんかテンション上がんない？こうやって雨降ってる時って。
I do actually get that. I love the rain. So I am absolutely on board with that idea. No?
この降ってくるのが全部ジュースだったらなーとか思ったことなかった？
What? Are you human? I don't know what you are. Nope.
あるよ。そんなつまんない子供じゃなかったでしょ、マサヤは。
Oh, that's true. I did used to think about and imagine as a kid if it were chocolate rain, which is funny, like chocolate milk rain, and it's like that song came out, like maybe that was the origin of it, but I'm pretty sure I always daydreamed about that before. I must have seen it in a cartoon or something. You know what they say about assuming things, right?
ジュースじゃなけりゃスープでもいいや。でもオイリーなやつだと髪ベトベトになるからわかめスープぐらいがいいのかも。
Does oily soup make your hair greasy? I'm pretty sure if you eat oil, it doesn't go to your hair. Great, she isn't even listening.
ねえねえ、なんで梅雨って つ湯って読むか知ってる？
Probably during a famine when people were literally starving. Nope.
江戸の末期、雨水を碗に溜めて梅肉を溶いてそうめんのつゆにする遊びが大流行したんだって。それで
Uh-huh. If you got time to make stuff up, you better be ready for some practice. Now grab Misaki by the scruff of her neck and pull her to the gym.
ちょ聞いてよ。この話には実はまだ続きがあって。
Not interested. Let's move on.
やだやだ、体育館の練習地味でやだ。ドーム球場みたいなの作ってよ。空飛びたいよ。
She's got a fair point though. She's like, come on, let's have an internal airspace. Episode 5, Before the Storm. Alright, let's do some running and stretching to build up stamina. Same as yesterday, basically. Look at Misaki, she's just like, She's my spirit animal here, though I'm so bad at running. Granted, I have a good excuse. Asthma makes it terrible.
Hi!
Oh! Yeah, there we go. It's pretty funny how different your reactions are.
そうだね。
Madoka, your team manager, but you could probably use to work your stamina too. Let's get you going.
だってもうここ3日ぐらいずーっと体育館にこもって走り続けだよ。
I'm sure that is actually true.
そうですよ。ちょっとぐらい濡れてもいいですから、外で練習とかしなくていいですか？
I mean, maybe, but that's still risking injury, right? Little rain's enough to call off official matches, so how would practicing in it help?
そこはほら根性ってやつでさ。
To what?
雨にもめげず力いっぱい戦うことで何か生まれるかもしれませんよ。
No, it definitely won't. Okay, start with 50 laps.
鬼コーチめ
That's a coach for you.
みんな頑張ってね。
クラハマーファイオーファイオーファイオー。
That's cute.
ファイファイおー。先輩、
That's me. That's me right there. Give me running. I'll give you a good start. I have some decent burst speed, I'll tell you. But no endurance at all. The difference in motivation is killing me.
仕方ないよ。体育館の練習ずっと同じだもの。
I know, but it's not up to me. We can't just fly. We just can't fly today.
高速でも飛ぶなって決められてるしね。
Right? It's for the best. These guys need to build up their stamina anyway.
そうね。
I think you should shake it up though. That's the thing. Like gamify it somehow. Like, I don't know, start playing dodgeball. I guess that increases risk of injury though, is the downside. Eventually everyone finishes their 50 laps and returns to the center of the gym.
お疲れ様。
Not bad, you two were pretty fast.
50周きっちり終わったぞ。
I'm impressed. Especially if it's an internal court. A normal basketball court usually, I think, is like running a full lap around it. I think they counted it, at least when I was growing up, as like 1/8 of a mile. So 8 laps is a mile. 8 fits into 50... 6 times? Yeah, so 6 and change. So 6-mile run.
ありました。
Asuka and Frez reply with smiles on their faces. They don't look at all tired, which just goes to show that they're a lot more athletic than you'd expect. You two also. Oh wow, you're already a mess.
疲れた。ねまさや、ジョイさんのキノコハンバーグ定食出してここですぐ。
Alright, I want it now. Can you... Okay, this is gonna sound really weird. Don't take it the wrong way. But like, she's already so food-oriented. And like, when you get pregnant, you get really weird cravings, right? So like, it makes me wonder. That's a weird thought to have. But it's just like that thing is like, what horrifying concoctions are you gonna make at that point, if you ever got to that point? That's awfully specific, not to mention impossible.
もうダメです。 この続きは画面の中でやります。
I know the feeling, but no. Don't mix up reality and game. Come on, get up. I make the two grumbling girls stand up straight, then tell them to move their bodies around to help the blood circulation. Okay, after your break, we'll do sprint reversals for 5 minutes.
私あれ嫌い。途中で先輩がパンって手を打ったら逆方向にってやつですよね、それ。
Oh, I've done those before. Yeah, they're not great. They suck quick. Yep.
うわぁ、あれすっごいきついじゃないですか。
Okay, time to start. Time to get started. Start running when I blow my whistle.
聞いてないし。
おう、任せろ。
Just shove her aside.
了解です。
Nope, again.
二人とも体力どうなってんの？
I know. It's like a superpower. I hate it because I'm so far from it.
兄ちゃんとアスカちゃんは元気だよね。
Aokana. I've been making everyone run around the gym the past few days since that's the perfect exercise on a rainy day. However, to no one's surprise, Misaki and Michio started complaining almost immediately. On the other hand, Asuka and Prez never once raised their voice. Honestly, I can't say that's much of a shock either. Gotta get those two motivated somehow. FC may be a solo sport, but still affects our general morale at this rate. Why can't I think of anything? Nothing comes to mind, no matter how hard I think. There has to be something I can... Huh. As I'm walking down the near empty hallway after school, I noticed someone ahead of me.
Masaya.
Hey, you know, perfect thing. I was also gonna say, like, we should ask maybe... Rika, good grief. I was like sitting there, I was like, what's her name? Because she has a different school, but they might have better ideas or like, you know, more developed ideas since their club's been more active and, you know, like the people who've been in it have probably gone through a few rainy seasons before. So it might be good to get some perspective. Miss Kagami.
どうした？険しい顔して。
It's nothing. You're just imagining things.
そうか？ならいいんだが。
She chuckles, then gazes out the window.
雨続きでろくに練習もできないな。
I mean, why did you think that was gonna work, that you could hide that from her? Yep, it's a real problem, since there's not much time left until the tournament.
悪いな。私が見てやれればいいんだが、あいにくと期末試験の準備に追われていて、見事に修羅場だ。
Oh, don't even remind me that's coming up again. She throws up her hands lightly, she lets out a sneer. And when I don't respond, she shifts her gaze to me again.
焦ってるのか？
Huh?
高藤の練習、想像以上だっただろ。
Yeah, both the scale and the scope were beyond anything I could have imagined.
だからって、お前がそれを全てなぞる必要はないぞ。
She's already seen right through me. Seeing Takafuji go at it has really made me sweat. Honestly, the fact that our practice is progressing so slowly after training with them has me doubting my abilities as a coach. Seems Aoi-san's noticed. Guess she can read me like a book.
天候だけはどうしようもない。できることを精一杯やればいい。
Yeah, I think the trick here is going to be to gamify it somehow. Right.
あいつらには何をさせてるんだ？
Telling her about what I'm having them do in the gym. Aoi-san listens to my explanation while nodding occasionally.
で、どうだ？反応は。
Halfy half. Prez and Asuka haven't complained even once, but the other two won't stop.
だろうな。飛沢は特に退屈には耐えられなさそうだ。
Unfortunately. Well, yeah, but it's raining outside. There's no FC-specific practice we can... She quickly interrupts my barrage of excuses.
もっと楽しめ、マサヤ。
She's got a point. Make it fun.
先頭を走っている連中に勝つには、心の底から楽しんで、せめてメンタルで勝たないとダメだ。
Oh, yeah,
お前
fair.
はそれを痛いほど分かってるだろ。
Just go straight for that jugular. Just take it out. Yeah.
それなら、この状況も楽しめないとな。
Make a tag, maybe. I don't know, something. She gives me a light clap on my shoulder, then lifts up her hand and takes her leave. Ooh, here's an interesting idea. Okay, just hear me out here, right? I talked about dodgeball before, right? But what if we did a unique style of dodgeball where we somehow make it so that only strikes on the back count, right? Because that would be good, like a fun game, keeps them running around, but it also might be good training to have them, like, of how to, like, stay, like, aware of your surroundings and watch your back, because it's like a free-for-all. And it's like points, you get score points on anybody. So you can't just watch one single person. You have to be aware of like other people around you. That could be a good exercise. That's what I would do. I would say, let's play dodgeball, but everyone's on a singular team. I'm gonna track score, and you only get strikes if you hit them in the back. You know, somewhere like below the head, but above the butt, like on the back. Oh, did I read that line? She gives me a light clap on the shoulder and lifts up her hand and takes her leave. However, I'm still here, rooted in place, lost in thought, as she walks off into the distance. I like my idea. I think my idea is a good one. That night, it's about time for me to get to bed, but I can't sleep. Guess I'm a lot more stressed than I thought. The rain's not going to last forever, but if I keep this up, they won't want to practice even when it's done. Aoi-san's right. I need to lighten the mood somehow. Make practice more fun, huh? I get off my bed and go look at my old photo album. And once I find it, I look inside for pictures of me during practice. I find a side of me I'd forgotten. Oh, this is... After flipping through them and reliving all the memories, I picked up my phone and made a call. It is really good. Yes! Oh, Ichinose. Sorry for calling you this late. I hope I didn't wake you up. There's something I wanted to ask.
Onigokko?
Yeah, there you go. See, that's even better. Like, think about tag. Like, it's the same philosophy, too. Like, tag, we can only tag people in the back. It makes people have to watch it. I just think dodgeball sounds more fun.
Desu ka?
Yeah. Everyone looks confused. Don't look at me. I'm not the crazy one here.
なんでまた？私が暇そうにしてたから？
Wait, you were acting? It seemed pretty convincing. That's part of it, but it's also surprisingly effective.
鬼ごっこがフライングサーカスに効果的？
It's about not getting tagged. It's not this why do we have to explain this? It's not complicated. What do you say? I feel like it'd do wonders.
そうですね。
I called Ichinose last night and asked her for an opinion on playing tag as practice.
あまりこういうトレーニングをしないので、正直わかりません。
Figured as much.
ですが、ただ走ったり反復運動をしたりするよりは、実践に近いイメージもありますし、体も動かせるし、悪くないのではと思います。
You could even set up artificial buoys in the corners of the gym and have people basically run a course but in a two-dimensional plane, but they're playing tag. That sounds fantastic, actually. Really?
はい。うちでやってる展示の練習にも、そういうゲーム方式の練習を入れてもいいかなと少し思ったぐらいですから。
I see. Thank you for your time. You've been a huge help.
そんな、別に気にしてないですから。
Okay, I got it. Well, good night. Well, what's up?
いえ、練習は青柳さんを入れて2対2でするんですよね。
Aoyagi-san? No, I'll make him do some other stamina training. Unlike normal practice with grab shoes, we can't have a guy compete with girls. It may only involve touches on the back, but still things can easily take a wrong turn.
じゃあ、私も。いえ、なんでもないです。
Does she want to join our practice? That'd be crazy. Oh, all right. Night.
はい。
Aww. What if she just became part of our team? Like, that'd be crazy. So yeah, Ichinose agreed it was a good idea. Still worried?
それは心強いですね。
いいね。なんか面白そうだし、やってみよっか。
And we do have a good example of Misaki just enjoying like gamifications of stuff.
美咲先輩が OK なら、私ももちろんやります。
Predictable, but fair. Okay, allow me to explain the rules. Each match will be a 1v1. After 5 minutes, one player switches out with the person waiting on the sidelines, and the roles also switch. One touch on the back equals 1 point.
体育館の中だったら、どこでも追いかけていいんですか？
Anywhere aside from the 5-meter radius around where we're standing right now, yeah.
おお、そうか。対戦ってだけで燃えるな。
Oh, this is where I break the bad news. Oh, you'll just be watching, Perez, or if you want, you can do some other stamina training.
なぜだ。
Well, thanks to grab shoes, touching someone's body directly isn't possible in FC, but that's not the case here.
ほう。
Do you plan on touching these girls, Perez? What a line!
兄ちゃんまさか参加する気でいたの？
部長のことは人として嫌いじゃないけど、それはちょっと。
ですね。
おお、この分かりやすい難色の示し方。分かったよ。俺は外周を走ってるさ。
He's genuinely heartbroken. He's just like, it wasn't gonna mean anything. I just wanted to play with you guys.
うお
And with that, Perez starts running last while letting out a spirited cry. Now let's get started. Mashiro, Misaki will go first. Mashiro is it. If Misaki is on the run. When time runs out, Misaki will switch with Asuka.
はーい。了解です。絶対に捕まえてみせます。
マシロ、顔怖い。怖いよ、顔。
Yeah, I have a feeling she's not gonna try and tag you. She's gonna try and, like, tackle you.
じゃあ、私はここで柔軟やってますね。
Good thinking. Yeah, you go do that. Okay, begin.
もう限界です。美咲先輩が
I feel kind of bad for Mashiro because it feels like she's like me. She's like the one who's like the most out of shape or like has an issue. Maybe she's got asthma too. Because Misaki, like, she acted tired, but like now that it's a game, I have a feeling she's going to be a lot more motivated and have the similar stamina level as everyone else.
ほらほら、マシロちゃん、こっちにおいで。
Oh my
追い
gosh.
ついたら特別にご褒美あげちゃう。
Stop the siren song.
マジですか？まだやれます。
うわ急に元気になった。抱きつこうとしないの。
She's like, oh crap.
ご褒美、ご褒美、ご褒
目が血走ってるよ。ねえ。
This is working out better than I expected. It's hard to believe they're the same two people whose motivation was on the brink of collapse just yesterday. Also, the running noise is horrifically loud.
だね。美咲もマシロッチもすごくやる気じゃない。
Thanks, Madoka. It's always good to have you here, especially in chibi form. Yeah, I thought Michelle's motives were a little suspect.
でもこうやって避けたり攻撃したりしてる様子ってまさにフライングサーカスのバトルと同じだよね。
Exactly. Yeah.
これってひなたくんが考えた練習なの？
No, I didn't. It's something I did when I was younger, actually.
そうなんだ。
Back then, I always thought it suggested we play tag on rainy days when I looked bored. She can still play me like a fiddle, huh?
はい。
Madoka looks confused what she looks to be for an answer, but at that exact moment... What are you...
ひなた
Whoa, what's wrong, Prez?
ご女子全力で走ったぞ。次はどうしようか。
Do another 50. Oh, do some stretching, loosen up your muscles. You're probably pretty stiff.
わかった。地獄のようなストレッチを己の体に貸してくる。
Yes, sir. The very moment those words leave his mouth, he dashes over to the side of the gym and starts stretching his leg in an almost dangerous manner.
痛い痛い。
Calm down, Shion.
なんかごめんね。
Yes, no need to apologize. Oh, I kind of get why she's doing it.
こらマサヤ
What? Misaki waves her fist at me as she skillfully dodges Mishiro's advances.
もう時間終わってるでしょ。早く笛吹いてよ。
Oh, right. I checked the stopwatch and noticed the time limit has long since passed.
じゃないとマシロが。美咲先輩のご褒美。
Breathe. Breathe. Mishiro's face has turned into that of a starving wolf. She's now growling at her as she relentlessly assaults beside us. Oh, that took a turn. Whoa. All right, stop.
やっと終わった。
Misaki slumps to the ground.
もう少しだったのに。
Genuinely?
残念。
Mishiro, look how well you did. That was impressive. I get the feeling if all her opponents were Misaki, Mishiro could seriously win the nationals. I'm not even exaggerating. I swear, the way she booed back there was terrifying.
マシロッチ、ちょっと休憩しよ
Just picks her up. Madoka lifts up Mishiro and moves her aside. Okay, now it's Misaki's turn to go after Asuka.
う。やっと出番ですね。
I kind of feel bad for whoever, like, is chasing. Like, I feel like they should have both the people who were running just now take a break.
ちょっと待って。アスカ相手の時は完全に呼吸整えてからやるから。
Guess that makes sense after such a fierce battle. Can you wait a bit longer, Asuka?
もちろんです。私も美咲ちゃんとは万全の状態で戦いたいですし、 待ってますね。
I love that attitude. That's such a great one to have. Asuka begins to do high knees to help contain her desire to compete.
気合入ってるね、アスカちゃん。
It's impressive. Really is. Yep, makes sense though. They're all tired right now, so it comes down to this. Asuka and Misaki have fought a total of 4 times now. The score is at 2-2. Misaki clearly outmatched her in FC Arena, but when grab shoes are out of the equation, Asuka can go toe-to-toe with her.
どっちが勝つかな。
I know, right? I'm not sure, but Misaki's better at attacking than defending. Considering this time, this will be the last match. And with that in mind, I say Misaki has a slight edge here.
よし、準備いいよ。
Misaki stands up, stretches a little, and gets into position. Okay, ready, set.
アスカ、最後の1点はもらうよ。ミサキちゃんでも渡さないよ。
As the sparks begin to fly from their eyes. Go!
それ。
Whoa, wasting 0 time, Misaki opts for what looks like a feint, thrusting her hand forward to Asuka's body.
いきなり。
Misaki rapidly grabs her, ignoring Asuka's look of confusion.
ほらほら、こっち向いたままだとすぐに捕まえちゃうよ。
Yeah, you gotta run! It almost feels like I'm watching a fencing match and Asuka gets driven into a corner.
油断してました。
Asuka pulls herself together, turns her back to Misaki, and dashes off.
お、やっとそっち向いたね。じゃあ本気で走るよ。
Asuka, and riding as fast as her legs can carry her, with Misaki hot on her heels. Both of them are naturally athletic and fast, so as a result, the match just turned into them running circles around the off-limits area in the middle.
またさっきと同じ形だ。
Yeah, this will take forever. Matches between them have been playing out the exactly 2 ways so far. One is that one of them gets cornered, much like Asuka was moments ago, which ultimately leads to a successful touch. The other is the match turning into a wild chase. Guess this will end in a draw. I doubt either of them will make a mistake at this point.
ミサキ先輩、このままだと追いつけなさそうです。
I have a feeling this is a microcosm of what an actual match is going to feel like. Oh, you're all good now?
にしても、本当に足が速いですよね。
I know.
2人とも。
It's impressive.
さっきから全速力のはずなのに、全然スピード落ちないしね。
I already knew Misaki was an amazing athlete, but Asuka's turned out to be more than a match for her. She'll do well in any sport. That includes FC, obviously, as long as she can fight like this in an actual match. As I muttered out to myself, Asuka's speed increases.
このまま5分間逃げ切ります。
The distance between them, which had remained constant until now, slowly grows.
お、アスカちゃんまだ力を残してたか。ミサキ先輩、頑張ってください。
Despite Mashiro's cheer, the gap is widening. It'll be hard for Misaki to turn the tables now, unless it's another trick. What if you waited and then spun around and attacked from the front? If it's just tag and you don't have to tag the back, it seems valid. But then, I see a grin surface on Misaki's face. She's got a plan.
え？
Right as Madoka asked me that,
行くよ。
Misaki shoots forward in an instant, closing the gap. Then,
それ。
oh, look at that! That's a good one right there. Run! Run! She thrusts both her arms forward and leaps toward Asuka in an attempt to tackle her. However, Asuka, sensing Misaki's attack coming, turns around and dodges by a hair's breadth. What a close call. Misaki would have won if she got a few centimeters closer to Asuka.
まだまだ。
Misaki attacks Asuka once again. She quickly regains her balance and starts chasing Asuka again.
それ。
Now on back foot, Asuka thrusts her belly forward, desperately attempting to avoid Misaki's onslaught. However, because of the way she's twisting her body in order to dodge, she can't shake Misaki. I was going to say, like, yeah, she's like she's like moving out of the way, like she's basically hurtling her body out of the path to try and get out of this touching range. But every time she does that, she's going to put herself off balance. She's going to put herself on the back pedal. She'll slow down.
さすがはミサキ先輩です。んで、マサヤ先輩、残り時間は？
I got about 30 seconds. 1 minute. This is going to go down to the wire. I feel bad for Asuka.
そうね、そこまで持たなそう。
The battle carries on for a while.
それ。
This is amazing. She's somehow managed to avoid Misaki so far, but
もうそろそろダメです。
she put her burst out too early. Asuka's movements are slowing down. I'm guessing she's about to collapse, which makes sense. And there's no way that Misaki will miss that chance.
よーしアスカ覚悟
Could it be a double feint? Asuka's not the type to do fainting. It just doesn't seem like it's in her nature, but maybe she's learning. Misaki takes advantage of Asuka thrusting her body forward a little to dodge an attack. She throws her arms as far forward as she can while she keeps sprinting. She has her. Or at least that's what I thought. However, a few seconds pass, yet we hear nothing from Asuka or Misaki. Oh,
あれ
what? Misaki's voice finally resounds, but it's a confused one. What the fetch? Wow! What an unbelievable sight. Why is she like posing like that? What's happening? Asuka, who was running with her back to Misaki, suddenly got behind Misaki in an instant. Misaki was chasing Asuka, but their positions are flipped now.
Huh?
She doesn't even know. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Did she just do an aerial flip kick? Like whatever that kick was called, on the ground. Did she just do that? Asuka herself sounds just as confused. She's rooted on the spot, looking dumbfounded.
なんかよくわからないですけど
Seemingly embarrassed that we're still staring at her, Asuka begins to speak in a nervous tone.
私どうしちゃったんです
I
か
think she, by instinct, did a, like, who are you, Goku? Like, how are you doing that? No one answered the question right away. But I know I can, since I happen to see everything clearly. First of all...
美咲先輩残念でした美咲呆然としてるけど大丈
The two of them run over to Misaki. After declaring a draw, I speak to Asuka. You're not sure what you just did? I ask Asuka.
夫はい体を前の方に突き出して避けようとして足で床を蹴ったところまでは覚えてますけ
She
ど
did. She did. You did a backflip.
はい
How do you just do a backflip without knowing it? And she apparently was so, like, vertical, she cleared Misaki. That's insane. You dodged Misaki's attack with a backflip. And honestly, the distance you cleared is pretty amazing. Yeah, who are you? Are you human? I'm starting to think none of you are human. I knew she was talented, but I never expected her to pull anything like that off.
びっくりしました私普段から宙返りとかしてないので
Yeah, normal people don't just do backflips. Sure, hope not. That'd be dangerous.
でもなんか今の体の感じとても気持ちよかったです
Did you at least know you could do that before? Like it sounds like you do backflips when you want to, which is impressive. I see. Then I trail off as I begin to think.
どうかしました
In order to make the best use of her physical ability, I should... Huh. I mean... This is odd. Like, I'm not sure what this choice is supposed to be. Hang on. I'm gonna save right here. It doesn't really matter because my first ending playthrough is always gonna be blind, so I'm just gonna go with what I feel like is the best feeling, but that's the thing. I feel like we should use this opportunity. If we have an idea, like, why don't we start with it now? Although, maybe wait till we have the shoes on to try it? Come up with a special move. You know what?
はい
It's just an idea, so I can't tell if it's actually a pan out or not, but I just need to have faith in Asuka's incredible physical abilities and try this out. Maybe we can cook up a special move for you.
必殺技ですか
Yeah, a signature move. Yeah. A maneuver where you switch position with an opponent that's flying right behind you and something you don't see at normal student tournaments. If she can master it, she'd be able to score against very strong veterans. Being able to reliably dodge attacks and get behind an opponent at the same time would make her nearly invincible.
いいですね私そういうの憧れなんです
Oh, you're all fired up, huh?
昔お父さんから借りた漫画でギャラクティカなんとかってのがとってもかっこよかったんですがそういうのですよね
The Galactica? What is that supposed to be a reference to? Like, the closest thing that comes to mind is like the Legend of Galactic Heroes. Or it could be Battlestar Galactica. Is that what she means? And because if that's the case, I didn't think Battlestar Galactica was a manga. Well, pretty much, yeah.
私頑張りますじゃあさっきのは
アスカが爆中して私の攻撃を避けたの？
Apparently. Yeah, hard to believe, I know.
ふーん、そっか。
She's like, fine. She's like, I see what you're doing. After muttering that.
それ
Oh, crap. Oh! Misaki does a perfect backflip on the spot. Have you ever done that before? You scared me there. Why'd you do that with no warning?
別にちょっとやってみたかっただけ。
Oh, I get it. Asuka must have stirred her competitive spirit. Well, competition can help you improve, but if it gets too excessive, it can become counterproductive. Still, there's no need for me to interfere right now. Alright, we'll call it a day here.
お疲れ様でした。
That does sound fun. I did enjoy that too.
お疲れ
ひなた、俺はいつまで股を割っていればいいんだ。
Until sunset. I never even told you to do that. We're done with practice, Prez. It's time to head home. But while everything's acting normal. For some reason, Misaki looks a lot more gloomy than usual, and that sight gets stuck in my head. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So whatever's happening this day, we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I got stuff to do, and it's going to keep me busy, so we'll see how the rest of this week goes, but it shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. This was a fun episode. Really good. Lots of good feels, lots of good happy thoughts. Very curious to see where we go from here. But it is always going to be that. I feel like I'm surprised at how far off it seems like it's pushing the confrontation with the girls, like the twin girls that we saw and the other school. Like, I honestly thought we were going to be starting that like right away and that we're going to be focusing with Mishiro. So this deviation where we're starting to focus on Misaki right now is odd. I'm not unwelcome, but odd. So I'm curious to see how this plans out, but we'll have to see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your thoughts and comments. It's always fun reading what you think about, what I notice and people. I've been seeing a great balance of people commenting or sharing things that they've noticed about the series that they're really big fans of. Some people even hopped into Discord and been adding like fan art as things have come up, which is really cool. I've also seen a lot of people who are being respectful and not sharing spoilers or trying to hint too much of stuff. And I really appreciate that. It just means the world to me that you're willing to like let me experience the story and not spoil things. I feel like a lot of creators, when they get bigger, like it's a tiny portion of their audience that's willing to spoil stuff, but they just do it. And it's like another kind of reason why I'm happy that we're a smaller community. Like I'd love to grow into something massive someday, that they make us a job. Could you imagine if I could record videos every day? But like, I'm really grateful that all of you are so on board with keeping this like as a fun experience to share in the story. So thank you for that. But yeah, when it's all said and done, I'm just grateful you're here. So thank you for your support. It means the world to me. Hopefully you all enjoy, and hopefully you've got stuff that keeps you coming back for more. But until the next video you're watching me, I have to see me in next. See you there.